We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Howard radio clearance, over.
That's Clarence, over. Over.
Roger. Huh?
Hey, Longfellow. You ever wonder how we could make a powered door so that you can power it from either side and works fine? You have? Good, good. Well, I think I've kind of figured it out. I've seen some ideas and stuff and some different things, and I don't know if I necessarily have a different twist on things, but at the very least, I think we can show everybody how to do it. Might be something that we want to implement at your settlement, the settlement we're doing at your place. But at the very least, let's give it a shot and see if we can't make something up. All right, here we go. All right, so first what I'm going to do, Longfellow, is I'm going to build, let's build a box. All right, so first let's build a box. All right, so here's our box. Just for fun, let's sink this down just a smidge. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to sink this down. You don't have to do it this way, Longfellow, but this is just what I'm going to do because it makes things a little bit easier. And so let's just make sure that our walls stick the way we want them to. So we want that wall, and what we want is a powered door. And so let's go with this power door. Alright, so all of this sticks on here. Let's go ahead and pull this wall off so that way we can see what we're doing. And we're going to simulate this is our generator. And I've just hooked that up to the generator over there. So this will be our generator. And I think one of the things we want to do is try to decrease the amount of wire that we have. And exposed wiring and that kind of thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and use, let's go ahead and put a switch here. We'll put it right by the door, okay? And then we'll put this one right by the door right here. Okay, so we have a couple switches. And let's go with some conduit pieces here. And so we need 2 of these, I think. Oops, and we'll need something in between, so go ahead and stick that in between, snap all that together, and of course we like to use our pillar. That way we can sink this down in the ground and you know, kind of help keep it out of sight, out of mind. Alright, so actually let's try this without this. These should be close enough together that we can get away with it. So let's try this. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, so and that'll work. Now, okay, so we got this little thing here, no big deal. Let's go ahead and we're gonna need power to this. So we're gonna hook up our power there. Alright, so now we have power going to this. And if we wanted to, we'd have the power here. So that we could hook that right to the switch there, but that's not where we're going to hook it. But this one will be hooked directly to the switch, right? And actually this one will be too. Can we? Nope. Come on. There we go, right to the switch. Alright, so the last thing that we're going to need here, Longfellow, is we are going to need a logic gate. So what we want is a logic gate transmits power if exactly one input has power. So basically what that's saying is if both inputs have power, then it doesn't transmit power. If one has power and the other one doesn't, then it transmits power. If neither have power, then it's not going to transmit power. So let's go ahead and connect that over here. And I think we'll go with one last thing just to make our life simpler. We're going to go here. Alright, and let's use this to go through the wall. We're going to do our wire glitch there. You just get really close to the end, and then you can go to the wire glitch. Alright, so now we've got the door is open. And we still need to hook this up. Alright, so let's see if we can. We may not be able to wire glitch this. Okay, looks like we can. Alright, let's go through there. Alright. So let's review. We have our power going in. We're going to go from the power up to our switch. So now we have this switch connected. Then the other side of this power, because this conduit's going to share the power, we're going to have the other side of the power, we're going to go up to this switch. Both switches are connected to the red side of our NAND gate, or I'm sorry, our XOR gate. And then the output of the XOR gate we have coming up here, which then feeds over to the actual conduit for the door. Now, oops, let's go ahead and put our wall on. So now the only way to get in is to flip the switch. And it didn't work. What happened? Why didn't it work? Have we thrown this switch on the inside? Did we hook something up wrong? Ah, we did. Some reason. That is going there. We need this to go across. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and shut our power off. So the doors are shut. And let's see if we can't get just this wire. That's what we want. We want just the wire. There we go. Now we got just the wire. And we go to the red. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright. Get our wall on. Okay. I feel confident our wires are correct. Let's go ahead and turn our power on. Okay, so that switch is on. Flip the switch is off. The switch is on in here. We flip this switch, the switch is off. If we turn this one on, the door opens up, and we can close it by turning that one back on. So there you go. We now have essentially a three-way switch that we can walk in and out of. We can have a secure location, so that way not just anybody can come in here and open things up for us. And yeah, so we could store all kinds of stuff in here. What do you think? Pretty interesting. Works really well. Rather simple, I think. I think that a lot of people get a little scared of logic gates and that kind of thing. And I'd seen some people using conduits. A gentleman that I know of named Fritz B. He used the conduits to help keep the wiring underneath, and you know, that type of thing. So that helps keep things neat. And if we wanted to, now granted, this is just to simulate the generator, but if we wanted to, we could, you know, this wire could be coming from anywhere. So we could do something like this. Nope. Let's kill that one. There we go. Alright. So now the wire isn't quite as bad. And if we could even sync this if we wanted to. We'll move this out away. Can we? No? Oh, we can't. Because of this. Let's do this. Let's move this away. So that way it gives us room to do some stuff. And let's go and do our wire glitch back over to our generator, our far away generator, so that way we can actually test and simulate this. There we go. Now we have power back to our quote unquote generator here. There we go. Our generator is on. Now let's go ahead and sync this conduit. And we can sync this down and essentially hide the wires for the most part. And that works out really well. Let's see if we can sync it any farther. Yeah, we could even get it clear under the ground. Yeah, so yeah, that works out really well. I'm going to pull this back up just because that way I can see what's going on in the event that I want to take this down. But at the very least, we've got ourselves, and I'm going to do something. I've got this lockbox over here that I've put some stuff in. Let's go ahead and scrap that. Got this lockbox that I put stuff in, and just to simulate, or demonstrate, I've got all this equipment in here. This is stuff that I need to take with me back to your place, Longfellow. And so I just threw it in there. And looky here. Locked up and secure. No problem. Alright, Longfellow. Go ahead and wrap up this recording. We'll get it sent over to Piper again so she can get that thrown up and distributed out to everybody. And yeah, nice and simple. Cool. Later.
I want you to know it's over. Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
You just have yourself a good day. Take care now. Bye-bye then.